Well, Cancer, welcome. It's December 2019. I'm Dadhichi. Sorry, I was just mucking around here with technology as we do. It's the last month of the year. I guess Christmas greetings are in order. Thank you for tuning in to the monthly forecast. To those of you that are new, welcome and Merry Christmas. I'd like to start the ball rolling here with the animated chart to show you just how important this last month of 2019 is and how it's going to set the trend for 2020, even though I won't be giving you the 2020 readings until early in the new year. Keep your eye on Jupiter here. Look at this. It just moves into this marital sector or partnership sector of your horoscope on the 2nd of December, along with the very favourable Venus. Now, you've noted here in some of my previous talks the really intense vibration of Pluto and Saturn. These two planets, for many of you born under the sign of the Crab, have been undergoing some fairly intense relationship adjustments, transformations. It's nice to know and to see these two first-rate benefics. We call them benefics, the Venus and Jupiter, the benefics. Waxing moon is a benefic. Well-placed Mercury, which we can see here at the moment, is not too good a planet for you, and Mars here in the 5th house of creativity and also amorous love affairs, with the moon transiting into the 11th house in the company of Uranus. All of these can destabilize the relationships. So, as I was about to say, fortunately you've got this pacifying, balancing act going on with Jupiter and Venus here. Now, Jupiter doesn't move through this area of your horoscope excepting for once every 12 years. So it's been a long time between drinks, I think you'd say. But Jupiter here definitely brings with it some pacification of these two difficult planets. And you notice how quickly Venus is moving through this area of the horoscope. There may be a quick fix that you're looking for here. That's not going to happen. You may think you've got a quick fix. You will also keep your eye on this full moon that just takes place here on the 12th, coming through the 12th house, which is your zone of secrets, and also to some extent what's happened in the past. And so yes, the relationships are going to take a turn for the better, but you still need a lot of communication, a lot of understanding. Venus helps. Jupiter stabilizes over the 12-month period. As I said, it's only a once in 12-year transit. Jupiter moves through each of the signs, thus one at a time, taking approximately 20 years to move through this circuit. And you can generally see through its transits of each of these houses where the predominant energy and focus is going to be. So in this next year, we can see here definitely the 7th house of partnerships, marriage, relationships is going to be a focal point for you. Moon here in the communication sector around the 18th and 19th, casting a good aspect here. Even though it is a dark moon, we will be waiting for the new moon, which, as you can see, well, you may not be able to see now, but with my foresight I can see that this month the new moon is going to take place in this area as well. So a whole new chapter, a whole new approach. And notice also there on the 21st this transit of Venus into the 8th house. 8th house is your zone of intimacy, sexuality, shared resources. Now, we often look at this 8th house as shared financial resources, but I think there are other resources that are equally important when it comes to our long-term and significant relationships, whether they be business or emotional. And that is time, that is love, that is attitude. All of these things are resources, and in a sense they are a form of currency. And so this shared currency here, Venus, is showing a necessity to show more love, more care, more attention to the person that you consider to be number one. Here you see the new moon taking place in this very same area on the 26th, in the company of formidable Jupiter, and the Sun also having moved in here. So it's very hard for you to escape this dominant theme in your life this month. Notice also Mars doesn't actually make its way out of this 5th house of romance and love affairs, moving very, very slowly through this area. That has to do with your kids as well, your children, and your creative pursuits. Mind you, I haven't talked much about this planet, but it is actually your best planet, next to the moon, which is your ruler. This dominant Mars in the 5th house has to do with your creativity. And it could be that what's happened here is that you've been too focused on your relationships as a means of finding your inner happiness, rather than giving attention to this area. Releasing all of that lovely personal self-expression and self-empowerment is actually the way to bring up the positive vibes of this part of your life. And that, I think, is a really, really nice completion to the year for you. We see here that Jupiter is going to continue here. I'm going to talk more about that when I see you for your New Year's reading. Right now, however, you can get a bit of a sneak preview. I've uploaded the first draft, mind you, first draft. I've got to do some corrections on the spelling, but I didn't want to keep you all waiting. So if you'll give me a little bit of latitude and forgive me for those errors, I am going to go back over this coming week to make some corrections. But 3,000 words per sign, it's there for you to look at, there for you to put it in the context of where we're at in this December reading. Please subscribe, go and take a look at that at astrology.com.au, and by all means drop me a line, and I'll see you here next year. Merry Christmas and have a safe festive season. See you soon. Bye bye.